I created this OctoStudio project, starring a banana slug crossing a path in the woods. Eventually, it hides behind a picture of a fern that I drew. Here's how I made the project. This project started while I was taking a walk in the forest. I'm whispering because I hear the sounds of birds nearby, and I don't want to scare the creatures away. I'm going to take a few pictures as I walk. I might use one of these photos as a background for my project. And here are a few images of the other interesting things I found along the pathway. Now I'm ready to build a project. I'll start by opening the OctoStudio app and selecting the Create New Project button. I'll choose a backdrop for my project by selecting one of the photos that I captured while I was walking in the forest. Here it is. I'll tap on the green checkbox to confirm my selection. Now I'll create a character, or a sprite, by selecting another image that I captured on the walk. The banana slug will be the main character in my project. Selecting that photo opened it up in a paint editor, and I can use the crop tool to trace the banana slug with my finger. This will remove the background. I'll tap on the green checkbox to confirm my selection. So here's the banana slug sprite and the background image on the OctoStudio stage. But the slug is too large. Let me pinch the slug with my 2 fingers to make it smaller. Now I'll move the slug to the left side of the stage. That'll be the starting point for it in my project. The slug is at the starting point, but it's facing down. To change it, I'll select the sprite selector and tap on the pencil icon. And from here, I'll tap the selection icon, and I can turn the slug in the direction that I would like it to appear on the stage. I'll tap the green checkbox to confirm the change. Now, I'll program the slug to move across the screen when I tap on it. I'll start by using some of the code blocks at the bottom of the window. I'll drag a yellow "When I Tap" block onto the editor window. Then I'll connect a green "Go To" block to the "When I Tap" block, so the slug will move when it is tapped. I can show it where to go by tapping on the red location pin in the Go To block. There, I can drag the slug to the place on the stage where I want it to stop. Let's try it out. I'll click on the green Start Arrow button and tap on the slug. It's working, but it's moving way too fast. Let's slow it down. I'll tap on the shoe icon in the Go To block and select the speed of the banana slug. I'll choose the slow shoe icon, since slugs move very slowly in the real world. That's better. I tap the green start arrow, then tap the slug to start the code, moving the slug across the path. Now I'd like to add a new sprite to the stage that the slug will crawl to and hide behind. To do that, I'll tap on the icon of the banana slug in the sprite selector window. Then I'll tap on the plus icon to make a new sprite. I'll tap on the paint icon to open a blank sprite window. I'll first choose a new color from the palette. Let me pick this dark green color. Then I'll paint the outline of a fern. I saw many of these on my forest walk, so I'll make a drawing of one that the slug can hide behind in my project. Ferns have interesting leaves with a specific pattern, and I'll draw that pattern onto the leaves. And now I'll draw a few weeds at the bottom of the fern. Okay, the outline is complete, so I can fill the leaves with a light green color by tapping on the paint bucket icon. And I'll choose a lighter green color from the palette. Now I'll fill the leaves one at a time with the paint bucket and tap on the green checkbox to confirm my changes. So there's the fern sprite, but I'll move it to the spot where I want it to appear on the stage. This is the location that the slug will move to, but the slug will move behind the fern since the fern is the newest sprite that I created for the project. I'll tap on the green start arrow and tap on the slug. It moves nice and slow and ends up behind the fern. Let's see it again on a larger screen. While building this project, I realized that I had new questions that I wanted to investigate. I wanted to know what banana slugs eat. I want to know, do slugs move in a straight line? Are their eyes in or out while they're moving? And I want to know if banana slugs climb trees. I'm going to go back to the forest, make more observations, and maybe build a new project about what I see the banana slugs doing. There are many more creatures that we can observe along the Sonoma coast, and I'll bet there are all sorts of OctoStudio projects that we can build about them. Have fun!